Yes!
You have new mail.
I'm gonna pass over to Babyface for Melvin's email.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Does it say from you?
Oh!
Just because you were the one that's been asking about it.
Oh,
this is true. Oh, wow.
Melvin
yeah.
Eccles, the father of the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Wcbj drinking game.
The subject is
That's
drink
what I
up.
just said, you son of a bitch.
High fives. Drink up.
You're such a fucking dysfunctional family. Go
I
ahead.
know. Hello, comic book spoilers of the CBJ Alert crew.
Read it good or you'll get what for.
Apologies for the paragraphs here, but fuck that noise.
Switch.
Like Babyface said last week. So, whatever happened to Melvin?
Babyface, English. All I'm hearing is
I can't help it. I'll get you a translator.
Last time we had a translator, he couldn't speak his own language, so it's not gonna help this time.
How the fuck is everybody doing over there? No, it's spelled that way. It's spelled that way. It doesn't say that. Oh wait, is he making fun of me?
Wait, start again. With that last line. What was that?
my god.
How the fuck is everybody doing over there? 22-24-7 in Staten Island, New York. Why do we need the full address? Babyface.
Because that's what
That's what I said at the
Come
beginning
on.
of the show.
Forget
Babyface.
who we are.
What it do? Who's your favorite poet? Would you rather read poetry by that person or Green Lantern books if you're stuck in a Malaysian on a Malaysian Airlines flight straight to
Hey, so who is your favorite poet?
the Indian? I don't know if I have a favorite. I like
Virginia Woolf.
I like
Chaucer.
Rilke. I like Bukowski. I like Whitman. I like a number of
I
people.
like knowing that Babyface sits down and reads poetry. So.
I don't know.
It's classy.
I think. See, if you do it backwards.
No, I missed. I gotta put it like over here.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I mean, poetry is more infinite than Green Lantern books. If I was,
I don't know if that's true.
well, there's a lot of poetry.
Poetry
out
is
there.
more infinite.
I mean,
There's
they've
a lot
only been
of
doing it for
poetry.
about, what, 6,000 years?
There's a lot
Actually,
of
Babyface,
poets.
you
That's
should
a
make that your side project. You should look for all the poetry that was written, and then all the Green Lantern tie-in
Appearances.
stories and appearances.
Okay.
And then let us know what's more.
And give us a word count.
A word count. Okay.
That's humor.
I'll choose.
I found Ed's
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. Counting jokes.
Math is funny. Does cosines and sines make you giggle?
I do.
The curves?
I do. So Edward O'Hare, how would you label your comedy? I do comedy about contrasting research.
It's kind of formulaic,
Yeah.
but as in, it's all formulas.
Do polygraphs make you laugh?
Funny pie graphs. What if they were ironic pie graphs?
Oh, well,
How about bar graphs?
if I prefer the obtuse stuff more than the acute stuff.
How about rhombuses?
Did you get a funny? Did something funny happen in your solitaire game, Kenny?
Ed finds a pie graph wearing a Boz Scaggs t-shirt. Hysterical.
I just cracked my neck. I might choose Green Lantern books because Hal Jordan's a pilot and maybe he'll save the day.
Oh, he's actually answering the question.
Yeah.
No, yeah, well, that's what
Okay.
questions are for. The next one's for you.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Oh, of course, attention to you. TBD. Did you sign up for Obamacare before the deadline? I bet you have serious wood when the WCBJ crew actually talks comics, am I right?
Yes on both counts.
There you go. There's exciting answers.
That was it?
What?
That was it?
Yeah.
No, no, not telling us what plan you chose or,
It's none of your fucking business.
How much you paying?
none of our fucking business too.
It's none of your business.
What else?
I'm unemployed. That should give you a hint.
The Babyface. How much you paying again?
I didn't start paying yet, but it'll be like $79 a month.
$79 a month. There you go. Babyface revealed it. What's your problem? That's a big secret? Are you serious? You fucking douche.
No, I'm on Medicaid.
How much
I'm not
money is
paying
in your
anything.
wallet?
That's awesome! What are you kidding me? Good! A white American on Medicaid! Holy shit! Oh, there we go! We got a white American Jew on Medicaid! That's like seeing the fucking Yeti, man! A Jewish white boy on Medicaid! It's a mazel tov, you cocksucker!
It's embarrassing. I don't
That's not embarrassing.
You get to
I
go to the
get lip
hospital.
checks. Oh, hey. Oh,
I know it's so embarrassing that you can get healed.
Nobody wants to pay for
Yeah, no,
medical
but then I
coverage.
can't pay for it myself.
I don't pay for my own myself either. I'm not fucking embarrassed for these big. You used to live at home with your parents? So do I. I don't fucking care.
Maybe it's time to stand down on Richmond Terrace and whip out Mr. Snodgrass.
Yeah, lick
You
it.
can be able to pay for whatever you want.
Lick him in the eye.
That's right.
Tough Tony. How's it?
Thinking about Ed's Wood.
You.
No, you meant to say Ed Wood, right?
Yeah.
The director, yeah.
Yeah.
You
that must
know,
be it.
you know Ed's what's his penis, right?
Whose penis?
Ed's penis.
I'm not thinking about Ed's penis.
Okay. By the way, do you sell more comic books or butt plugs?
Wow. I'd say to a 51-49 ratio, the comics win overall.
Well, they're both unisex.
Yeah, exactly. You could shove a comic in your ass.
It doesn't have the resiliency of silicone.
Don't flush it.
It doesn't have the resiliency of silicone, though.
Roll it up, roll a condom down one end of it, and there you go.
I mean,
Like a Captain America dildo.
I don't know. Those 3D covers for Villains Month seem pretty stiff.
Oh yeah, there you go. So that's the preference Ed has when he rolls up a comic and shoves it.
3D lenticulars or nothing.
There you go.
I prefer the old school newsprint from my shoving needs.
No.
You get the ink on your ass.
No, yeah. Babyface goes for omnibuses.
It's all about shits.
Ouch. Ouch. Waffle.
Waffle just shoved his dick in Babyface's ass.
Whoa! It's getting really personal up in here.
This is weird. Waffle, what flavor syrup do you prefer when coating your breakfast food with such deliciousness?
Preferably regular syrup from Vermont. Like,
I mean, is there a
natural syrup.
brand, maybe? I think maybe you meant a brand.
Just natural.
Golden
actual
Griddle.
Natural syrup. I usually go to get syrup for like my house at the ferry terminal. The farm that comes down like
You
once a
travel
week.
far.
Oh,
Or
okay.
when I'm going to the city.
Okay.
I felt like you had a pine tree tap. Waffle puts on waders and goes walking through the ferry. Hey, there's that little Oompa Loompa again.
Continue. You look like a butter pecan man to me, but I could be wrong.
If I had to choose a flavor, it'd be blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry. Boysenberry is
Oh wow! I can't believe
Oddly enough,
I started like, go to the table. Who's hungry?
Yeah?
Let's hit a diner after this, everybody.
Pancakes.
Well, Tiger, what are your flight plans? And what's up with you leaving like 2 weeks ago during a podcast?
Had an early flight in the morning. Sorry. I'm back now.
What the hell kind of flight to Florida did you go on that required you to leave at like 11 at night? I think you're smuggling drugs through Brown Sarah's Colombian connections.
Well, you have to be there for 5:30 in the morning. That's the one.
The horrible stereotype, I know, but seriously, Colombians be some drug smuggling people.
Not her.
Oh my god.
I just love the fact that it seemed like a conversation that literally had no pause. Like you just like channeled Melvin, just like showing right to him.
So she's never
You sounded
smuggled
nothing like
booze.
Melvin.
La. Sako, how's business and family life going?
Pretty good, thanks, man.
All great from what I can see. You've got a beautiful family, which is a great counterbalance to the men you surround yourself with professionally.
Thank you.
No offense, gentlemen, but compared to Sako's beautiful wife and kiddos, you guys look like the Walking Dead.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I love that nobody gets confrontatory with me. Why? Am I scary?
No, because you're Sako.
Yeah. And speaking of The Walking Dead, what the hell is up with that season finale that just aired? Wasn't it insane? I loved it.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Great.
Love that show and love those books. If you haven't seen it, spoilers alert. But like I said on Babyface's Facebook page, should I read it?
Spoilers.
Hum to yourself, Heather.
Hey, really, what's your problem, man? You got nothing to do. Watch
I'm
TV.
at school. I can't watch
You're
it.
not at
You're
work.
school 24/7.
It's been 3 days. You have no
Man, Carl.
Listen.
Carl time. We're talking about Carl now. Carl almost.
Toss Tony off of you for one night and watch TV.
Carl almost gets raped, and Farmer Rick is dead.
Yeah.
Damn, that was some great television. And Babyface and Waffle were wrong when you all said that the almost rape of a child wouldn't make it on TV.
I said they didn't think they were going to.
I was impressed. I was surprised by that.
When I read spoilers, because I immediately looked up because I watched the show what happened. I actually got a smile on my face. It was like, thank fucking God someone had balls.
So good. Man.
Someone had balls. Someone did it. It actually gave me face for Preacher a little bit more.
No, when that scene was much more powerful in the show, I think, than the book. Honestly.
Oh, definitely, because
But you're watching it happen.
yeah,
You build tension,
but-
music in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean, there was a gun to Rick's head.
yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah. Tough Tony and Sacco had it right. TB Days stayed out of it, as it is in a DC title, and Tiger still doesn't give a shit.
Wait, what do I don't give a shit about?
We're about talking about the show, or the show.
Much in general.
The last couple of episodes were good.
They were good.
It's
Not getting.
Tiger opinion.
So my question for the group, what scene from a comic book would you like to see either on TV or movies but never think will happen? I can tell you for me, I always wanted to see the Joker beat the shit out of Robin from A Death in the Family and got it. Someone DC used Batman under the Red Hood. It was an animated film, but that shit needs to happen in live action. Maybe in Batman vs. Superman 4, the Man of Steel's quest for Electric Boogaloo. It's a good question.
I wouldn't mind seeing almost any major fight scene from the first Annihilation
I gotta be honest
on
with you.
screen.
The thing I would want to say, I'd want to see it is, it's nothing all that exciting, I guess, but the whole death sequence of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Dying of cancer. I thought, I would love to. How would they fucking
The moment Drax bring his fist through Thanos' chest,
Yeah.
the first Annihilation, just that build up, that whole issue.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Them capturing Galactus.
Not to be cliche and bring up Green Lantern, but one scene...
But it's all I know.
No, I actually have another scene I want to point out after, but I remember when I was excited to see the movie, the one scene I really wanted to see was his father's plane blow up. And they ruined that scene because his plane lands, he gets out of the plane, and then it blows up and it completely destroys
Almost
the element.
It genuinely ruins the actual story of what's supposed to be like in his mindset.
Yeah.
It's
One scene I'd like to see, though, is the death of Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm's reaction outside the door. I'm sure Waffle would agree.
yes.
I mean, at this point, if Preacher's coming, it would have been from that eventually. So, pick any graphic, extremely violent scene for Preacher, and let's see if AMC has the cojones to do it.
I'm Tony. I love violence.
I want the page from FF where the older Franklin Richards is eating a sandwich with young Franklin Richards.
Yeah. To touch on what Tony said, I just want to see the fucking makeup for Arseface. I mean,
Yes.
I saw somebody did mock-ups for live action for Black Hole because I saw somebody pick that up
Yeah.
as to do a film. Then I found out the mock-ups were fake. There's some fan just did it. I was like, these are fucking awesome. It was all the school pictures with the gills and
Yeah.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
The kids with gills and weird things on their faces. It's these look really good.
You know what? To be completely corny, you know what scene I would just love to see on it? Preacher, the end of the second book when he finds out about Tulip and everything like that, and they embrace each other in the middle of the fiery house. And it's like, I don't give a goddamn, just embrace in that kiss with the fiery house behind them. Fuck it, I want to see that. I want to see it done in perfect fucking scale.
Just watch Devil's Rejects and imagine a kiss at the end.
I want to see the X-Men play baseball.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. That's actually
I want
pretty
X-Men
awesome.
2099 them at the beach.
Yeah. Exactly.
I want Colossus surfing.
Wasn't there a Wahara summer special where they were all laid out at the beach or something?
Yeah.
And Colossus had that Muscle Beach t-shirt
Yep.
on.
Or the Avengers just lounging in the mansion, just bullshitting with each other.
Every
reading
single-
paper and eating breakfast.
Every 35 pages, Bendis had to have worldly conversations happening between superheroes.
I enjoy. I haven't read.
What
the
Captain
trade yet
Marvel
'cause it
moment
hasn't-
do you want?
No, I was going to say just the first issue of Sex Criminals. I
Yeah.
thought that was a beautifully told story.
I haven't read it.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Very
Just
sexual.
that first issue. No, well, I mean, it kind of takes you through this one girl's sex life, and that the way he builds the character through that storytelling and the narration is really, really stunning.
Dig it.
Here's a PS. P.S. All this talk of gods and lords and dukes and kings and knights and douchebags of emails. Come on, people. Let's just all shut the fuck up, sit back, enjoy these knuckleheads talking about comics, geek culture, and FMKs, and have a drink. Drink up, motherfuckers. Drink up. Best, Melvin Eccles Jr.
Thank you.
That was a good PS.
That was fun.
Good BS. This is
I'd
Melvin.
also like to see the death of the Flash.
Oh.
which one?
No, no.
That wasn't a fucking joke. Bart died. Barry died.
So, both. Either or.
Look at you delivering.
I think Crisis on the original Crisis could be an awesome DC animated, but it's too old for them to care about.
Yeah, I feel it'd have to be broken up into 2 movies probably, but that's not a problem to begin
But
with because it's animated.
The death of Bart was pretty powerful.
There's a
Yeah.
really, really good audiobook of that.
Yes.
They did.
I'd rather just
There's
read
when we
the book.
first opened. They
They
put out
did,
that audiobook.
they did an audiobook of
Did you really listen to the
Marvel
audiobook?
Wolfman's novelization.
Oh.
And that's
I'd
Wait.
prefer to read the book.
I thought it was an audiobook of the comic. He did an audiobook of the novelization of the comic.
yes.
Yeah.
That's a couple steps away. Can I watch the movie of the audiobook of the novelization of the comic?
Well, no,
And then watch the TV documentary of the movie of the novelization of the audiobook of the comic?
In SAP.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you.
Or closed caption.
Betamax.
The reason they wouldn't do the comic is because they would have to do too much voiceover narration for you to understand what's going on without the picture.
And defender of DC.
I'm sorry. It wasn't number or math humor, but I was making a joke.
So Waffle wanted me to point out earlier that I have a Crisis on Infinite Earths poster in my room that I've had forever,
It's the
and
DC.
that I was supposed to bring it up to you.
Oh, that's cool.
You don't care. Did you even
I think
read
he's gonna
Crisis?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There's another new email that hasn't loaded yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this just in. Ed will do next week's podcast in blackface. Just to beef up the numbers in the studio.
I'm sorry. What was that?
He'll be doing next week's podcast in blackface.
Step up, man. Yeah.
What did
And
this
for next week's podcast, he will be changing his name from TBG Jones to Sambo Jones.
Oh my god.
How about Pantomime? We should have that Pantomime.
White gloves and all, folks.
Oh, look at him cringe.
Do black people upset you that much?
You're a Billy Batson in your blackface. Why can't you?
What the hell are you talking
You
about?
have really sad.
Michael Gray.
I'm sorry, but you look very upset having to be blackfaced.
Yeah, because it's the most racist thing on earth.
Well, Ted Danson did it for Whoopi.
White chicks have been.
Just imagine I'm Whoopi.
It's the 21st
Imagine
century.
being the ugliest black woman you could ever imagine. There you go.
Your hero Billy Batson did it. I don't see why it's a problem for you.
People are less offended these days.
I disagree with that.
Tony, you drinking a 24 fluid ounce course?
Well, yes, I am.
Holy smokes.
And he's drinking this crap.
Midnight Moon, imitation moonshine.
Midnight Moon.
Apple pie flavored.
Apple pie flavored. Only Tony would find that. Apple pie. Fuck,
There's a piece of cinnamon in here. Looks like a dog treat.
Yeah. Next week, Tony will be drinking cotton candy flavored Johnny Walker.
That's a thing.
You wish.
I'll search. Don't fuck with me here.
No, it's not real. Don't search.
Ron Burgundy whiskey.
Fine.
Fucking Asians.
Found a battle Billy Batson put in blackface.
Oh, that raises little.
Oh my god, that was full.
Do we have another letter?
Oh, there's other
It's up
emails.
to you,
He
but-
just told that he was going to be black next week, and that puts everything aside.
Ruined his life.
The name of this email
Don't
is
you worry. I'll bring the shoe polish.
just burn a cork.
It's actually meant to be burnt cork.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, how do you know that?
because I took a course on Spike Lee.
I
And
didn't know
did a
that.
movie called Bamboozled.
You took a
Racism.
No,
Well, that's a course on
Spike
Spike
Lee did a
Lee.
movie called Bamboozled with Damon Wayne.
I thought you were in the Cub Scouts, not the Cub Scouts.
That was sick. Wow, those people on the lounge are laughing. They like us.
Shandy's doubled over himself.
How's he gonna paint? He's not.
That's for anyone who doubts if I'm quick enough.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
The name of this email is Keeping This as Short as Waffle.
So I guess it's about 3 lines.
There's a couple more than that, but yeah. Hello, you full-colored freaks.
Hi.
You what?
You full-colored freaks.
Well,
Yeah.
next week that'll be black.
Yeah.
Are the email deities still fighting?
We don't.
No.
We don't
No,
know.
it seems
So I guess we're gonna find out eventually.
Yeah. Perhaps I can slip this topic question while they're not looking. I'll left a link for a petition I'm just gonna read what the petition's for. Petition for
See,
Marvel.
I gotta say, I find it interesting that our first 2 emails are from 2 people who maybe, I don't know who this is from, and I don't want to know,
Yeah.
but somebody who hasn't emailed us in a while, and somebody else who kind of, they really want to put the kibosh on
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
you know.
Because it was really needed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, he gave us a link instead of just going to the link. It's a petition for Marvel to produce a new comic book universe tied directly into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Into like that continuity.
Well, they've worked on a little bit
A
with
couple things.
Nick Fury's Big Week
Yes.
that they did, I think, which was an Avengers.
And
book.
outside of the preludes that they come out with and stuff like that, they have a light base going like that.
That by the way, that thing, Nick Fury's Big Week or whatever I think that's
That
what
was
it was
called
called.
Big Week.
It was. I mean, if you're a fan of the movies,
It was awesome.
It was fucking great because it kind of let you know where Iron Man was during Thor's movie and what it really fucking.
That's what he
bullshit.
means though is like those little bits of continuity that we wish we knew
Yeah.
that we have to kind of assume. But I know any sales are sales in a sense. But I'd like to hear what you guys think of this as fans.
Uh huh.
I like the idea.
I like the idea, too.
I think if they were to do it though, they have to be careful with that.
Well, I feel like they would have to, like they do now already. They keep everyone pretty close and they have all the stories.
Well, they're kind of doing it though.
Yeah,
Like I said, this week,
They're
the
kinda
Guardians
doing
of the
it, but it's
Galaxy
not-
Prelude came.
No, no,
out.
but
No,
what I-
but that's just like a mini series.
Yeah, but what I agree with you, but I feel like they wouldn't have a problem with it because of the way they carry their normal universe now.
No, I don't think they would.
And
They would just have to have
careful.
that something.
And
That
I
something.
think basically what the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show is meant to do is kind of fill in those gaps. in the
Yeah.
movies that
I'm
are coming out.
kind of like shocked. You guys like? Does anybody have like the DVDs or the Blu-rays?
I have not seen any of the short films though.
The
Yeah.
one shots.
The one-shots, yeah.
I got bored with the Avengers one day. I was testing out the new Blu-ray player, and I saw the one
Oh,
shot.
see, suspended this. What are you testing? I could be a dick in the power slot.
Hear this baby roar.
Tony talks like a 1950s dad with a pipe hanging out of his mouth and a.
He tried to sell you a stove.
I was
This-
testing out the old, the new Blu-ray player.
Well, this stove is
I had the Weber grill out, and I tried that new thing called hamburger.
Invented.
They grind the meat and they smush it into a patty. It's the tops.
Don't expound on my comedy.
And they had just each one of them since the Avengers have had these really cool like one-shot films. The Avengers had one called Item 47 where these 2 people like robbing banks with one of like the Chitauri blasters that got left behind into New York.
Brilliant.
The Iron Man 3 one has gotten huge ratings. It's called All Hail the King. And it's
That's the
literally-
Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
all that.
Thor: The Dark-
Iron Man had the
One Iron
Peggy
Man
one,
3.
Peggy Carter.
Yeah. So what happens is that it's basically
Don't tell us what happens in it. Just tell us
I
what
need
it's
to
about.
buy these.
It's
No,
all
they're awesome.
It's a documentary. It's on there about the guy who is the Mandarin.
Well, it's not a
in Iron Man.
documentary. It's a
It's a film
short
about it, but
film.
it's done documentary style.
Travis Slattery.
Oh.
Well, I'm not trying to spoil anything yet.
Oh.
Once again, Ken Cheadle hard at work, everyone.
Hey, taking his chewicles.
He's giving us thumbs up.
They can exfoliate themselves.
Finish your point.
That was it. It's you check out the feature highlights. That's awesome.
Oh, what I wanted to
Thank
say
you.
though, if Marvel did make a comic universe for the movies, would they be able to use the characters that Sony and Fox have?
No,
No.
that would be the point of it is to keep that to make
That's
that.
the sad fact.
That would be
Fucking
like we'd be reading more normal Marvel comics, just
I know.
Ultimate 2, Ultimate Universe B.
Yeah.
It'd be
At
amazing
that
if
point,
Spider-Man could fucking show up in an Iron Man.
Newsarama did an article that was pretty much like a 10-point proposal. Not that the companies are going to read it or it's going to make any headway,
No, it's not.
but it was 10 points that was like, wow, this makes sense. This would make sense. And
The
you're
only,
like,
the only way that's going to happen is if people boycott the movies by other companies
Yeah.
and don't show up and don't give them
or
huge weekends.
or if all lawyers just die.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen at
No.
all. People want their
Well,
comic movies.
he said he got into an online argument about it, and other than he's not that big on it. He wanted to know what I think.
I don't really care, to be honest.
I think it would be really cool.
think it'd be awesome.
I'm not going to lose my mind that it's not going to happen.
I'll put it to you this way. Drop 2 of the fucking 7 Avengers and X-Men books.
And make this.
And make a fucking cinematic. I mean, if you could do the Ultimate Universe,
You can perpetuate this
not for
Ultimate
nothing. If
Universe.
you basically have deconstructed the Ultimate Universe. The Ultimate Universe
So many
is kind
characters
of where
dead.
the movies are based on.
Yeah.
Nick Fury's black. Stuff like that. So.
Oh, no.
Well, that's it.
Thank
Bill
you.
Sweeney.
Thank you, Bill Sweeney.
And I think next week Ed should be his name shouldn't be Sambo. It should be Black Fury.
Yes.
I like
Why are you getting so
This is
upset?
good.
I like
Why are you
Toby.
getting so
I
upset?
like Toby.
We'll give you a thunderbolt as a chest.
No. Before the white power fist is up. which means that we have to cut it. But why are you getting upset? What's
No,
up?
because I feel like I'm being portrayed as a racist.
No. I'm portrayed as a creeper. How many years? Over a year you've been with us. Do you know our sense of humor yet?
When you say it, it's funny. But when Babyface says it, I feel like it's a genuine attack on me.
Because it is.
I'm smiling. Oh, funny.
But you have terrible delivery. That's, you know,
Well,
it sounds
maybe it's a basic delivery. You
It
see this
sounds
now.
like you really
Tiger
hate
likes
me.
it.
So Ed hates blacks and Chinamen.
Chinaman's not the preferred delegation.
You're not allowed to eat chips there, buddy.
Next email.
But you're,
Back in, racist head.
Scumbag.
but you're allowed to call me creepy? I've grown a complex. I've actually grown a complex.
Oh, he definitely has.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But it's funny, so we'll keep doing it.
I've talked Babyface down on Mondays. Like, you're not creepy, man.
It's to the point where if I like introduce myself to a lady like who I've never met, in the back of my head it's like, am I coming off as genuine or creepy?
You're genuinely creepy.
How about once you get over the complex, you introduce yourself to a lady and she's like, "Wait, Babyface Jones, I listen to the WCBJ. You're the creepy guy." That would suck.
And that's when I walk away.
That would suck.
And at least Tony's like, oh, you're the guy who likes food.
Yeah.
You want to get some?
And that's it.
Hey, you're the guy who works in the porn store. See, it's the same thing.
There's no negatives compared to your creepy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a job you get paid.
That's like going, hey, Mr. Mailman, hey, baby rapist. Like, there's a distinct difference between creeper and fat guy likes food.
You just made it even worse
I know.
called saying a baby.
You don't touch babies.
Next email.
Oh, God. No, I don't.
Babyface Jones is not my baby.
She's shoving. Do you see once again? Both time
Pronunciation's better than mine.
Sure.
We didn't order steam buns. Bring it back.
Hey, pretty lady.
Well, we thought we avoided, I guess, some drama, but one of them's here. Renee Paul here.
He's behind me, so I could totally just like reach back and punch him in the balls.
Tony.
Looks like he jerked him off.
I will never pretend to punch someone in the
Oh, I
balls.
thought you were pretending to jerk him off.
Only for real.
If I'm jerking him off, he's gonna know I'm jerking. I'll pull his dick out and I'll wrap my fist around it.
Only at CBJ.
I'll tease him. I'll let it laze in my hands.
This is not what happens.
I'll just let it laze and see if it gets hard.
This is not what happens at the comic store. No. Don't ask me to jerk any of you guys off.
Wow.
Who are you saying that?
There's customers who listen.
Are you fucking serious?
This is a podcast.
Cheese and crackers.
People listen. I have to give disclaimers.
So what does Renee have to say?
Just because I tell them to read a book.
How about the disclaimer is just, I'm not jerking Renee.
I'm not jerking anyone off.
Not don't ask me to jerk you off. Because that almost sounds like no means yes. Listen, don't ask me to jerk you off.
You don't ask for it.
The dinosaur.
You don't ask for it?
There's an email next to me.
Somebody gets a 25 this week. Well, Tony, you told me last week that you have a story about Tiger Jones. And it had to do with having the same name. What's the story?
What?
I ruined it for you, I think, a little bit last week.
Yeah, it was the same thing. I guess I appreciate bringing it up, but I found out that there was, for some reason, it's on Staten Island. There's a guy
Don't say real names. We already know that there's 3 Tigers with the same name. That one's a student football player, one's a magician.
Yeah,
one's a Wiccan.
A Wiccan magician.
Yeah,
That's
Wiccan
what
magician.
kind of made it for me.
Yeah, we went through this already.
Also,
Yeah,
Tiger
I know,
Jones
I
walk at a cheek.
So how do you two have the same name?
What do you mean?
I thought it said that you two have the same name.
No.
As in, there's a warlock
Oh.
and a child football player.
Let Tony tell the story.
What happens?
That's a
the
story. That's all there is.
Wait, there's a warlock and a child football player. Fish goes, oh, it happened. I just wanted to make sure that everybody caught that. Because I, too, have a warlock named Sacco Jones and a child football player named Sacco Jones that I'm aware of. How about you, Waffle? Is there a Waffle Jones warlock?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
There's a lot of W's.
Happens to everybody. He's right.
But the wizard one is having some Halloween event. It's already announced on Facebook.
Whoa, you've raised him from warlock to wizard?
You can't make names. You can't bestow those names.
No, there's about 7 ceremonies that go on between warlock and wizard.
No, baby,
Wait,
that's
3 of
actually
them.
can. Asians invented magic.
Fireworks aren't magic.
Yes, they are! I don't understand how the colors happen.
They only invented science.
So anybody have any
Fireworks?
invented science?
Oh no, Chinese fire drill! Serious this time!
The other part of the continent at the same time when they were like, doing sciencey stuff, were putting people in cave, in jail for saying the world wasn't flat.
Right.
So I think China did come up with science in a realistic way. Well, anyone have any April Fool's stories? I watched Game of Thrones and I slept.
Yeah.
And then I looked myself in the mirror and went, April Fool's! And then laughed.
I do, so I hope you guys have a couple because I really got to pee on
Psycho Tiger and I were here all day yesterday. We didn't go on the internet.
I have no stories. Stop
Come
it,
on,
come back.
Tiger, make something up, you asshole!
I saw a bunch of really easy to know were fake stories on the internet, and then a couple that are actually true slowly get told that they were real.
Oh, Frank.
Norman Reedus getting fired from the set of Walking Dead in the 29th.
Oh, him coming into the book.
Yeah. Obama resigning over the horrific realities of Obamacare.
See, like that was like immediately like this would be on every site immediately. This wouldn't be on on normal.org. Like
my biggest gripe, which is more of like a like fuck you fans, that since we're bringing up the movies about it, the one that Fox releases all its Marvel rights for $1.8 billion back to Marvel.
Yeah, do you know how I know that was fake immediately as I read those words? Hey, we just spent millions making a movie. Here, guys, have the revenue and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought that was real.
No, I mean, it wasn't.
And
that I
the
thought it
people
was
that were
real.
actually up in outrage and fists, I saw people actually arguing about the fucking article being written.
Oh, really?
And at the end of the article, in 3 big, bold words, April fucking Fools.
Exactly.
Like,
Drunk Uncle Jones posted this long thing on Facebook saying that he this like bad picture surfaced online and that his kids were being taken away by civil services.
oh yeah. I actually freaked out for a moment. I was like, you're good.
I knew that was
Like,
false. But
wow.
pretty good.
Poor
No,
Chris.
Like, I got a moment into it and I was just like, oh, you're fucking smart.
I came up with a bad one because I want to make sure I April Fool Joanna, my wife, before I left the fucking house. And I was like, oh, because we moved to a new house. I was like, oh no, I broke one of the glass shelves in the medicine cabinet. She was like, no. So that sucked. But, and then I grabbed my 5-year-old girl and I was like, honey, come here, hurry, before we leave. She's like, what, Papa? Then I was like, pretend you peed yourself. And she looked at me like I was completely fucking insane. I'm like, no, it's April 1st, which is April Fool's. And she goes, oh. And I was like, so can you pretend that you're upset that you peed yourself because we're on our way out the door? And she's like, no, I can't do that. I'm like, come on, it'll be really funny. Like, Mommy will, She's like, no, I don't think so. So she goes, wait, I'll go tell Aiden. And I'm like, how will that, and as I'm saying, how will that work? She runs out of the room and goes and tells Aiden, and I'm brushing my teeth, and I overhear Aiden go, Mommy, Lisa has to pee. April Fools. And Joanna just goes, oh, okay, great, honey. And so I felt the need to explain what my plan was, and there wasn't enough time, and she just kind of pushed me out the door.
Joanna tried getting you though.
Joanna got me really fucking good. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Joanna texted me saying, give me a call when you get a chance, which usually means, all right, this is too important for text, because we text a lot. And she said that she had to go back to the old apartment just to look for grab stuff that was left there. And she goes, yeah, baby, I got mail here for you, and it's addressed to you, and it has to do with the lawsuit at Comic Book Jones. Somebody suing you and Lucky Jones for $50,000. They got hurt at the store or something. She's like, I just looked over it, and I completely the color left me, and I was like, what do you mean? I mean, can you read it to me? Is there a name? And she's like, yeah, let me take a look. She's like, yeah, no, no, the name is April Fools. And I was like, oh. I was like, she's like, and she thought she didn't she hadn't gotten me, but she fucking really got me good. I was like,
You were speeding to the store.
because my thought right away was, which I think I mentioned to Babyface, was that, fuck, somebody got hurt when the boys were working and they didn't fucking tell us. Like, you know, like, all right, if we don't mention it, it's not going to happen.
It'll go on the
Like,
run.
my initial thought was that I was going to squeeze Waffle and Babyface's heads into one fucking baby waffle. I just fucking killed them. But,
We'll just go attach 4 at a time and put them in the toaster.
brilliant!
That was a good response.
So yeah, so that's my April Fool's.
Well, Renee went on Tumblr and saw that there was a tab that said "Get Tumblr Pro." Clicked on it, his screen went fuzzy.
What?
And then his mother told him, "I don't love you no more." No, he said he
I
googled.
wish we got mail like that.
His mother doesn't love him.
Yeah.
That makes you laugh so hard.
No, his sister plays soccer. She gets the affection.
Yeah. Coño, no te amo! It's true. It's true.
Well, anyone heard of the new Charlie Brown movie coming out?
No.
Here's where it makes a reference about the new Charlie Brown.
I saw a trailer. I saw the trailer.
Trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you immediately think, "Wow, this is my movie"?
Yeah.
Is it live action?
No, it's CGI.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
I
gonna
was
be
like,
creepy.
yeah, I was mixed on it.
Oh man, I had the same thought I did when I
But
saw
CGI
Smurfs.
Charlie?
I had the same thought I had when I saw Smurfs.
Yeah, but wait. The Smurfs were drawn more complex.
Yeah.
Than Charlie
No, Charlie Brown is
Charlie
just-
Brown.
It's gonna be an odd round-headed
Yeah.
child.
Exactly. You know.
One of those babies that still hasn't grown into its head.
Exactly.
I like animation. CGI gets annoying.
To a point, it depends.
What about the 2 shows on Netflix, the 2 brand new series on Netflix?
That's fantastic. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, the season, like, they're putting like a whole 2 shows, complete seasons on Netflix on April 1st. Check it out. The 2 shows
Yeah,
were
one was about
yesterday, though.
one was-
Rotisserie Chicken.
Yeah.
Tiger's
It's like a
disgusted
Yulog.
with Tony's blood.
First of all, he fucking steals the mic constantly.
No.
Go, why don't you go over to the other side of the table, Tony? Go ahead, take it with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tiger's pissed.
So because Tony can't tell a story in a
Tony
timely
stays
manner,
there with us.
because Tony can't tell a timely story, Netflix put 2 joke shows on TV yesterday. One was literally a chicken spinning a rotisserie, and one was sizzling bacon.
Oh, yeah. So you must have
Felt
watched
like
Netflix
a
all
full
day
episode
yesterday.
long of just bacon cooking.
What was the name of it?
I'm very uncomfortable with it.
Did you watch Netflix
I would
all
watch
day
that
yesterday?
show. You kidding me, man? Instead of like America's Funniest Home Video,
very uncomfortable right
I'm
now.
very uncomfortable right now.
It's like sizzling bacon. Sleeping.
But I'd even take like clips of people like being really uncomfortable. You know, like getting America like, oh, you know, wait, America, because of America's Funniest Video, it's always like filming and like, you know, stupid shit and some stage shit. It'd be great if people just like did everything to make their loved ones really uncomfortable.
Good idea.
Wow, I spat like as full, like over Waffle's head into your head. And wiping his face as if I spat in his face. I want to spit in your face. I'll get up, motherfucker.
It'll drizzle down your chin.
No one's gonna have an actual answer to this question. I feel. What's your guys' favorite Tim Burton movie? The dark one,
Big Fish.
The girl with the weird hair.
Big Fish, or the one with the tall, skinny guy?
I think my favorite Tim Burton movie is Ed Wood.
I was about to say.
What about Edward Scissorhands?
That's my
No,
second.
Ed Wood.
The first movie I saw in theaters that I can like remember was Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
I've had that movie in my life for way too long.
Yeah.
There's
Ed Wood.
clapping in the lounge.
Nightmare Before Christmas is great, but
just
Ed
super
Wood
everywhere.
is Ed Wood just
Martin
fucking
Landau.
Brilliant
I'm not sure
film.
the
Yeah,
same
Martin Landau. Fucking. Yeah, I mean,
I'm fighting myself over the.
pull the string.
I'm fighting myself with the first movie I ever saw, which is Batman Returns versus Beetlejuice, just because
What?
Batman Returns.
Versus Beetlejuice? I've never seen this film.
No. I'm having a fight in my head because Batman Returns is the first movie I ever watched as a kid when I was like 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, but you're a creepy asshole, so you love Beetlejuice.
Oh, this Beetlejuice was fun.
Beetlejuice is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beetlejuice is great.
I know.
Jump in the lines. Rock your body on time.
Okay.
Jump in the line.
I think we all answered that question.
Yeah, we did. I've seen Sacco spit like malaise over Tim Burton's name. I think it's just recent stuff.
Yeah, his last.
Well, you know, I think it
He
kind
found-
of started with Sleepy Hollow.
He found his niche and kept riding that same.
Yeah, I
course.
think I don't know. I always find some enjoyment in his movies, but there just hasn't been anything. You know, he likes to retell a lot of older tales.
Yes.
But
I want an original movie.
His first.
I'd like
shot
to
was
see
good.
him do like biographies of other, you know, people that he digs. You know, like he did Ed Wood. Like I think it would be cool to see like a a Bela Lugosi biopic by him or something.
Like
you know.
Poe.
Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
dark characters. That'd be cool. Yeah. When was the last time he made like a live action film? Willy
He
Wonka?
did, he did
Oh, sorry, no, there
Alice
was
in
some-
Wonderland.
Yeah, there was something after.
Sweeney
Dark
Todd.
Shadows, Sweeney Todd.
Oh my God,
actually-
Alice in Wonderland was worse because of the whole fucking dance that
Yeah.
the Mad Hatter did. I mean, Alice in Wonderland was just horrible. I was,
He did
The
Frank
sequel's in the
Mooney.
works.
I like Frank.
why?
He did Planet of the
Because
Apes.
it made a shit ton
Call
of money.
Satan and tell him to fucking. He lives in Hollywood. Have him like drive his car.
He made the Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Yes, Helena Bonham Carter was the
Yes.
main female ape because she's
Yeah.
in every one of his movies.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've watched that.
I gotta tell you,
that one.
watching The Walking Dead the other night, I saw the trailer for the next part of
Holy
the Apes movie,
shit.
and it looks fucking amazing.
Holy shit!
It looks incredible.
I just the opening scene of the gate opening and Caesar sitting on the horse.
And then the end of just all of them kind of like waiting in the trees. Holy shit. Man.
The first one was awesome.
I didn't see it. The James
Awesome.
Franco one.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, it's really, really good. Really good.
And then Sokka's a big fan of the classic ones, so
Yeah.
when I liked it, Sokka's like I really liked it. I was like, oh good.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Planet of the Apes was something I was waiting for them to reboot for a long time. But there were moments in Tim Burton's flick that I dug. But I think for the most part he should have been with it. He made it a little too. I don't know if I say
No,
it, he made it a little too human.
there's Dana Gould has.
Why do you keep naming names? I don't
No, he's a comedian, and he has a bit basically where he says that it is proof that Tim Burton is a genius because he could take an amazingly original concept like Planet of the Apes
and fuck it up.
and make it boring.
Well, I can see that punchline coming a mile away. Stop listening to this Dana Gould. He's just gonna fuck up your comedy. No, you can see the punchline coming.
Well, Babyface, here's an FMK for you.
Oh, great.
Original Annie, new Annie from the remake.
There was a remake?
Yeah, there's a remake of Brown Sarah.
There was a remake?
Yes, it's starring.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the last one's Brown Sarah.
Have you ever seen the film Beasts of the Southern Wild?
Well,
No.
Oh, well, no. The
girls, you talking about Little Orphan Annie?
Yeah,
Yeah, the chick who plays Annie in the remake was in Beasts of the Southern Wild.
because Babyface doesn't know the other one exists.
Everybody's just like, look, even if I don't find Brown Sarah attractive, either
can't-
I'm marrying her or fucking her.
Because
This is terrible.
Keep your hands off her.
I don't want her to die, though, either.
Tiger would
Tiger would rather you kill her.
Yeah, Tiger would rather have her in death than you.
Yes. But don't let that taint your FMK.
Gosh.
Golly gee.
Okay. I'm sorry, Tiger, for answering this question. Do I have to answer it?
Yeah, you have to.
No,
of
no,
course.
answer Tiger.
We've made that clear. There's been times where Ed didn't want to answer FMKs, and you were like, "Dis-toi, be quiet! I waterboard you, put you in cage,
It's not like Tiger's gonna
starve you, give me information."
Okay, the remake Annie's dying because I have no recollection or knowledge of this.
Bad move.
So sorry. You're about to find out what Tiger had called karate show.
Gosh.
He's gonna give you the great white.
I'm gonna. Well, actually, the original Annie's dead, isn't she?
You better not say I'm gonna fuck Brown Sarah, because that's just not
The one
right.
from the 70s? No, I think she's still alive.
She's really old. Because I was gonna say if she was still young, I would wait
did
like
die?
15 years or so.
See, I think Babyface plays innocent, but he likes to push the envelope.
I don't know.
Fine. You want Sarah dead? Sarah's dead.
No, you already said that remake Annie's dead.
I don't have a face.
Okay.
What?
I don't know what she looks like.
All right. So listen. Okay, wait. Let's get this
And
right.
she's probably still okay.
Annie is a curly-haired
I know what Annie looks like.
ginger girl. Okay. I have never ever seen you even look when we're out together at any girls with red
I
hair.
like red hair.
No,
There's a lot of
please.
redheads.
No. Well, I mean, that was that 15-year-old, but I've never seen you otherwise.
I know nothing.
Look at a curly-haired, Afro-sheen redhead girl
Afro-sheen.
who has tea saucer eyes.
I'll marry Sarah but sleep in the other room.
Will you support her emotionally?
She can still talk to Tiger, of course. They'd be together.
Thanks for letting me.
I'm just gonna take her hand.
We'll be married on paper, that's it.
You can get married and get divorced immediately if you want to.
Well, that's pointless.
Yeah, no,
What if there were
That's pointless. Stay married.
circumstances that we have to stay married? Like, I was gonna be deported for some reason to Vietnam because I find out that
Why would you be deported to Vietnam?
trying to-
You're American.
I know, I'm just trying to rationalize bullshit. Yeah, that's the answer. I won't. Yeah.
Okay.
We're all happy. Yay.
Yeah, really. Tiger looks thrilled.
Well, that's all.
Tiger's like, this water bottle is totally gonna
Exactly.
not have a label anymore.
Well, that's all I have. Until next week, guys. Keep making the dream happen. From Renee.
Hey, thank you, Renee. That was good. During the break, Babyface actually admitted that he wanted to fuck Sarah.
I said sleep.
No, but it's an FMK.
It could be an FMS.
Checking call.
Tiger was in the office near the bathroom and said, I can hear everything you're saying.
I wasn't in the bathroom. I was right there. Phone charger.
So you need to respond, Babyface.
So this next question takes place in the future. It deals with time travel. It's a marvelous question.
More
Is
emails?
the subject. He has two more.
Okay.
After this, one more. Hey guys, first off, I had an awesome time at the Captain America tailgate. The movie was awesome, especially it's completely spelled wrong. Especially the scene where Captain America, that's spelled wrong too, battles an army of pink elephants.
What is spelled wrong, Captain or America?
Where?
Oh.
Oops, spoiler alert, sorry. Anyway, if you had the power to create your own pocket dimension, what sort of world would you create? And would you rather live there instead of here?
Oh, if I could create my own world, of course I'd want to live there.
Because you
Yeah.
created your own world.
I hide in my pants all the time. It's like my own world.
Ed?
Like that's I mean, like that, honestly, like that type of questioning, that's a long answer. I
It's
mean,
really open-ended.
well, I'd put a barber shop on 25th Street. Fucking crazy, man. No, I'd want to live in, yeah. I'm sorry, that question broke my brain.
Yeah. Ed, name the Marvel character with that power.
That can create a pocket universe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you suck.
I've genuinely talked about the character to you and told you about
Tony,
it.
I know you know the answer, but I dare you to snatch the mic from Tiger.
I feel like we have
Here you go,
discussed
Tony.
this.
Right.
Who is Franklin Richards?
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's all for now. See you all at the shop. Sincerely, John Thompson.
John went like this is like you get adoration, and the first thing that happens is you booing him.
John just threw something at Tiger. He's here in the studio audience. But I have to say, like, that's, John's never going to write another question. Okay.
Just keep tricking your fortunes.
This is the last email, but God forbid people write us like essays.
Whoa.
Oh, and you know what? It's the spacing that makes it look long.
Okay.
Hello, motherfuckers.
No.
First off, Danny and Jerkoff, everyone can be ruled by a king, and not everyone can be ruled by a god.
Ooh. What?
I don't even want to read the rest of this already because of that.
Just go.
I
Read it
know.
fast.
Not everyone believes in a god. I'd rather be. I was,
he believes in you,
I was
motherfucker.
scanning it really fast to see if it actually gets to a real point. I'd rather be something here and now rather than something people can only hear stories of. Also, Danny, I don't need a cheap gimmick like some riddles to make my presence known and felt.
Okay.
So you're not here.
Exactly.
You were
Tiger.
here today.
Last week complained how me and Renee were arguing over emails during the podcast.
Who is this? Copenhagen?
Yeah, I agree this was childish act. But Tiger, I'm sorry that I'm showing passion for this podcast.
How is that passion for the podcast?
No,
You just want to
Well, we
be
appreciate
selfish.
the emails.
You may want to
Passion
follow
for the
my lead.
podcast would be asking us questions and not arguing with other people who
Being
email
a
in.
Bill Sweeney or a Melvin Elko is being passionate for the podcast.
Yeah.
Not being a dick.
It's
Going,
about-
I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Jerk off Jones is
To be
passionate
honest,
for
it's
podcast.
about our conversation.
If we're gonna have a pissing match, in a 5 minute at the table having a pissing match.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I don't want to piss on anyone. There's 6 minutes.
see, this is what it means.
What did you say?
Why would
You just walk into it.
Yeah.
I would never piss on anybody. We assumed you wouldn't.
It's last week all over again.
So now, what happened last
Is that like
time?
an Asian?
No, I'm half white. Man, I'm half white. Stop.
Half advice.
Off white.
I'm off white. Go
Also,
ahead.
also, Tiger. Last week, your father didn't get drunk and make out with Brown Sarah on your trip to Florida. Has your
Why
father
did that
ever been?
happen?
Has your father ever been really drunk and done something crazy that you can remember?
Just got really drunk.
This is all my fault.
Oh, that's the dumb question you posed last week.
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
Oh, it's out there. Tell the internet.
Tiger, if Brown Sarah was a Red Sox fan, would you still love her? This is assuming you love her. That's a terrible addition.
Wow.
Wow. That's got nothing to do with me.
Sure,
Next week's
that
bang.
Yeah. Would you have talked to her initially?
Probably.
Because he could have argued.
That's true.
I don't think you exchange athletic allegiances when you meet.
Well, if she was wearing a
No, actually, yeah.
What if they were at a bar watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never talked to Tiger. You never watched Tiger choose
Well, now
himself.
you're throwing conditions on the circumstances.
One of the first things I think I asked Joanna was, hey, who do you root for? You know, when you're a sports fan, that shit's kind of important.
Well, Ed also never answered my question if he would tattoo the name of his breast on each of his corresponding breasts.
Would you? Wow! So it's a possibility? I'll pay for it. If you will have that tattooed, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I know.
No, I don't think I would do that.
All right.
Aww.
He doesn't think he would.
Get him
All right.
drunk.
It's not a
Or
no.
high.
I don't know.
Strap
Well-
him down.
Due to the overwhelming issues my emails have caused during the last few weeks, I will be retiring from writing emails. The fuck, we gonna have a
Oh,
commencement
Jesus
ceremony?
Oh.
Tiger was happy the 1 week I didn't write, so
That's celebrating.
I'll make his and everyone else's wish come true. No longer will you have to bear with my emails of old podcast questions. Sorry for trying to be a true fan. Wow.
Wow.
I bid you all fond farewell. Love always, your former king. Suck my dick, Chris Carbonara.
You said that?
No, I'm telling him
Oh.
to suck my dick.
That's drama queen. Jesus.
I'm gonna pose a question to your girlfriend. Can you put Nicole to the speaker?
Does that-
How the fuck do you deal with him?
Does that mean it sounded like you just broke up with us?
P.S. Jerk off. I do not condone bullying of an individual. That's why I never made TBD's time on this podcast unbearable. Hey, I don't like to make jokes.
What?
That's what he just said. I don't like to
No,
make
well,
jokes at you guys.
because
Except babyface's creepiness.
Jerk off basically had a call to arms for everyone
To
to
make fun of you.
aim all their emails at me. Which is
funny.
Brian
thankfully,
Rupert had
I
one of the-
think it's been kind of down to a
Yeah,
minimum tonight.
but at least it's focused on
Us.
somebody who's on the podcast. Hey, Chris, don't be a baby bitch. Come on, man. You're a bigger man than that. Oh, I'm not gonna email anymore.
I think Brian Rupert had one
So,
of the
so
best
you know what,
emails
Chris?
today.
So then Renee wins. He's king of the email.
Aww.
You fucking lose.
He also gets to flog your woman.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa.
Jeez.
Different flog. Medieval flog.
Still.
Oh, hey.
That's
oh.
worse.
Oh my god, she reads crossed.
You know what that means?
Chris, please don't stop writing. I'll miss you. Please
So
don't
does that mean we're getting weekly emails from Matt Santapolo?
Oh God, I can't read that trick. Oh look, one came in that says Tiger read. No.
stop.
Just want to see Tiger be like,
Is this one done?
yeah, we're done.
Oh, there was no questions.
There were questions for Tiger, which was did your dad get drunk?
Oh, of course. It was a pity party for Chris. Oh, I'm not gonna write anymore. Well.
And you wasn't here today.
Right.
Somebody might have a bad week.
Ew.
It happens.
No one wants to listen, so you can vent it to us.
Sorry.
Guess who doesn't care?
Tony don't care.
Tony don't care. There ain't nothing fried in it. Tony don't care. If it don't have 3 potatoes and a steak, I ain't showing up.
That's a lot. That's an expensive meal for
Don't even read the fried emails.
It's rated from Stack.